What's good with you, bro?
What's
You know we
good?
had to connect, man. I've been
Yes,
seeing
sir.
you.
Yes, sir.
We both been seeing each other on social media, and then we both how we actually met in person. Went to his event. We're gonna break that down a little bit, but and we figured out we was in the same city. We both live in Atlanta. So if you want, can you give the audience a little background about yourself? How'd you get into the space? What you're currently doing right now?
Yeah, bet for a fact. Well, as people know me in Atlanta as DUI, the cannabis guy, I am the guy who's been running the pop-up scene here in Atlanta on the black market side for about 5 years now. I've also been building brands, helping people get their brands to the next level, teaching cannabis brands how to have a vision as far as looking at that legal aspect and how to get licensing. And from there, just basically teaching them how to gain a community, get an audience, and be able to supply them with some of the best products available.
That's what's up, bro. How did you get into the space? Like, have you always been in the cannabis industry, or did you come in from like something else, like alcohol, or just let me know. How did you find your way into this space?
You know what's crazy? I just was on Snapchat the other day and I looked at my
Mhm.
memories and I had a memory come up from 2016 and it was some dime bags. I had some dime bags, had a few of them. And I'm
Uh-huh.
like, damn, I've been selling weed that long. But no, man, I never really indulged in any alcohol. That's just never been my forte.
Mhm.
How I got into it is basically as a customer. I started smoking at about 17 years old, been on it ever since. But I came up in the hospitality industry. So I used to be a server
Mm.
and bartender. So when
What's
you're a
up?
server and bartender, you want to smoke, but you don't want to spend all your money on weed. That's the
Correct.
last thing you want to do.
Uh-huh.
So, of course, how do you even that out? You sell it to the people in your job. Now
Got
you
to get
smoke for
creative.
free. Exactly. Now you smoke for free and you may make 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60
Yeah.
dollars. But at the end of the day, I just want to smoke for free. So that's really how the shit even
Uh-huh.
came. And then from
Yeah.
there, it just really grew as my
Mhm.
mindset grew organically. And then
Yeah.
literally these events just, man, I ain't gonna lie, this shit just happened to me. One of my partners invited me to an event. It's an event here called Bonfire. Have you been to Bonfire ATL before?
No,
No, no, no.
the first event I've been to in the Atlanta area was yours. That was that
Yeah.
last week. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's an event called Bonfire ATL. They've been around for a moment, for a good
Okay.
minute. And what they were doing is they were providing vibes, but they were also letting vendors come through and vend on the edible tip.
Mhm.
So I started off doing edibles, man. I was the edible man. Turned the edibles to lemonades. Was doing lemonades and edibles. And I'm like,
Yeah.
man, I'm selling products naked. I'm selling products looking like this. So if I
Yeah.
can sell 20 lemonades with no name on them, I literally got to tell you what I'm selling you. I
Correct.
know if I put a brand on it and get creative and actually run it as a business, I can get it going. And that's exactly what happened. As soon as we slapped the logo on these products and created an Instagram, we started gaining a following that trusted us to build to a community. From the
Mm.
communities, we were doing events in the pandemic. And that's
Mhm.
where we really took off and grew because that's when everyone had money to spend. That's when everyone was enjoying the
The fruits of their labor,
fruits of
as
their
we could
labor, the
say.
luxuries of life.
Not really.
But yeah, so that's when people was really spending some money. And then from there, we just grew. And as we scaled, we were just able to stay on top. As that pandemic grew as well, our crowd grew. So we were having events where 5, 6, 7, 800 people pull up. And once you show the people that, some people get a taste of it and going to run it to the ground, basically. So that's what basically happened. We had a promoter here in Atlanta that got a taste of it and was just running this into the ground every weekend, same spot type of situation.
Just making it
Um,
hot.
Super hot.
Yeah.
Not only
I
that,
got a question. Oh, no, go ahead. My bad.
go ahead. You can ask
I
your
got a
question.
question before because it seemed like we got to start back from step one because
Yeah.
you started talking about 700 people. So can you kind of break down for the audience, because this is a business model that's extremely interesting. That's why I wanted to bring you on. Everybody always wants a dispensary or cultivation, delivery service is popular business model. But I tell people all the time, there's a plethora of ways to make money within this industry. Some ways you don't even have to touch cannabis,
That's one of the
which
things I was talking
in
about.
an event industry, you're not touching cannabis. So can you break down the logistics and the schematics of how you were able to start this event business and scale it up to where you're hosting events with 700 individuals coming.
Gotcha. Well, first
Yeah.
things first, I like what you said because that was one of the issues that I was pushing. A lot of people think that in order to get into the cannabis industry, you have to sell cannabis. But there's so many things that come with cannabis that you can be in the market and don't have to touch a single bit of the plant,
Mhm.
from merch to grinders to things
Software.
software. You got
Yeah.
that. You got glasses. You have is the resources are out there. It's like you said, it's a plethora of ways that you can get into this cannabis community without having to touch any cannabis. One thing I was harping on to show people as well. How we started from the 600 people, well, basically how I was throwing these events is during the pandemic, bro, it was 2 to 3 events a week. I was making sure I was at these events.
Yeah.
At these events, my table looks great. My table's presentable.
So first, so my bad. So first, you were just attending the events yourself.
I
Okay.
was just attending.
Yeah.
Really,
My
like
bad.
I said, once I was in Bonfire, somebody
Mhm.
came up to me, yo, I'm having this 420 event. I literally still got it on my phone. It was 2018,
Uh-huh.
420, 2018. Some dude invited me to a 420 event. It was my first
Yeah.
one. I didn't know what to expect. Never been to one before. I literally got the
Correct.
picture of my setup. And if you look at my setup from then to today, you'd be like, man, the growth is crazy.
Night and day. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I was invited. Once I was invited, I set up, and next thing you know, we got people coming in. So I'm like, oh, okay. I already was ready. So I had my little, not only I had my little treats, because like I said, I wasn't even selling
Yeah.
flour. I was
Yeah.
selling edibles. I was selling brownies, juices,
Yeah.
and cupcakes, bro.
Yeah.
That's all I had. I wasn't
But
even
you made your own niche and you made your own lane. You know what I
I had
mean?
to make my
Yeah.
own name because when I was doing
And
them.
at that time, you probably didn't even realize that.
That
Maybe
well,
not.
well,
Yeah.
when I went into the event,
Mhm.
that's when I'm saying, damn, other people do this. Oh
Mhm.
man, that's the
Yeah.
lemonade man right there. He got pre-rolls, he got gummies, he got candy. Oh, I got somebody over here. Oh, they got all types of flowers, they got
Yeah.
mushrooms, and this person got this type of that. I'm like, oh
Mhm.
shit,
Uh-huh.
damn, this what y'all do? This is what's going on. That was my
Mhm.
first event ever. So I'm
Correct.
talking to all the vendors, just curious because damn, I didn't know it go down like this. I need to step my
Yeah.
game up. From then on out, I'm like, okay, there's a market for this. This is an actual thing here in Atlanta. I'm with it.
Okay. What are some things if somebody was to throw a cannabis event? What are some necessary things that they need to have in place? Because when I went to your event, it was well organized. It was in a pretty discreet area. There wasn't like people waiting outside, making it hot. It was security. It was place for the vendors to set up. It was professional. So, and I know you being around this event space, you've probably seen some great events. You've probably seen some really poorly run events. So, what are some strategies or what are some techniques or tips you can give to those who, if this is something that they're looking into, how to run a clean and positive event in this space?
So
Mhm.
first things first, what I like to tell people to do before they even dive into this whole world that we created and stabilized is to do your homework. A
Mm.
lot of brands, it's been a lot of big dog brands come to Atlanta, miss the mark because they didn't do their homework on who's curating the best events, who's
Mhm.
curating the safest events, who's
Mhm.
curating a more professional style event to where my brand can come in here, shine, have the people that it needs to see it, and
Mhm.
also be able to go home safe and sound with money in your
Correct.
pocket.
Yeah, exactly.
Homework is going to be the number one thing that I tell people to do because
Whether you're a vendor or whether you're throwing the event. Yeah.
period. Whether if you
Uh-huh.
want to get in this space, period, whether you're a
Yeah.
vendor, whether you want to just do marketing, whether you're the promoter, whether you're the person throwing the event, whether you're the person that wants to allow this event in your establishment, do your homework
Mm-hmm.
because people like me make it look professional, like you said, make it look like, oh, damn, this. When people come to my events, they feel
It's
like
almost like a farmer's market.
it's
Yeah.
legit. They
Yeah.
feel like this shit is 100% legit because
Uh-huh.
that's how I make it feel, and I do the homework so that
Cool.
it can go that way. Some people just fuck it. I want
Slap
this many.
some together.
I want this venue, and hey, here's a flyer. Okay, I got 10 vendors. All right, now let's promote. Whole time these people got 300 followers. If you add up their followers and all their vendor followers, that's 2,000 followers. Now, not only is we got 6 vendors looking at each other, not only is no one coming, not only is no one making money, now we all sitting here looking at each other, risking our lives when
Nothing.
when the foundation wasn't set. So this shit's rocky.
Correct.
Maybe you have a good event, maybe you don't. I don't play like that when it comes to this world that I'm in these events. Because like I said, although I run it professionally and make it look legit, this game come with risk, Brody. And so homework is one of my number one things that I tell people. Make sure you do your homework. Get next to the people that's already doing it and that already has the receipts of success of the business model that I presented, that you see going on right now. Like I said, it's a lot. It's 3 or 4 big vendors. Doja, my guy Sour Waves. It's been plenty that's been to Atlanta. High Tolerance. And I came up to these guys face to face like, hey, I seen you been in my city. Unfortunately, you didn't do your homework. That event you went to talk about shit, was it? No, man, Atlanta really wasn't too much talking about shit. No, don't blame Atlanta. Blame the niggas that reached out to you type shit, because a lot of hustlers, I mean, a lot of big dogs that's already up there, oh, they want us in Atlanta. Fuck it, let's go to Atlanta. They're not going to be like, who's the nigga that want us in Atlanta? What's the last pop-up they did? How many people was at that last pop-up they did? They really got motion? They're not doing that. They just coming out here like, fuck it. They want us. They paid us. We coming out. So homework is the number one thing that I tell people to do, man. Because although that this shit look all fine and dandy, it's a
lot more than it's a lot more than what it seems like. Man, that was a great breakdown. You explain situations just right now where people slap together an event and then they don't even know if people are going to show up. And that's the whole purpose of, because you're curating this event to create an experience for vendors to make money, and you're charging the vendors a fee so that you make money. So it's in your best interest for the vendors to have potential customers so that they can showcase their products and get sales. So how do you create an environment, or what strategies do you use to market your event? What are, you don't have to give them all. I'm not saying give all the sauce, but what are some of the,
man, we here to give sauce, man, even though they did some of the secret formula, man. Honestly, the marketing right now. So man, when it comes to Instagram and all these platforms, man, you got to be versatile, because these motherfuckers be switching it up every so often. That you're like, hey, I've been doing this for a whole year. Y'all ain't flagged me down. And now y'all ready to take my whole page away from me. So when it comes to the marketing, really, bro, it's all about telling a story without actually showing them what you're talking about. Type of situation. So that's one of my new marketing tactics. Like this year, we're going to go heavy on like commercials. We're going to go heavy on the commercial aspect of it. Of, you may see somebody enjoying it, you may see some the before and afters, but you're not going to see the product. You know what I mean? Correct. We're not going to show you, hey,
you got to be a little bit more discreet.
You want to give them the idea of what's going on without showing them exactly what's going on. So that's
the full thing.
Marketing strategies that I like to show. Also, nice flyers. You also want to keep that that California. You want to keep that CA out of as much shit as possible. You just want to give them the experience without showing them the product. That's a hack that we're going to dive into real hard this year with the marketing and the commercials that I've got going on. Basically, you go like, okay, that's fine. But if you know what DUI is, you already know. Okay.
How has the return been from, and I know, I'm pretty sure you've done it, like collaborating with celebrities to promote the event, or collaborating with big Instagram pages? Is it worth it? Is it not? And if people want to go that route, what are some things that they should know before they do that, before they pay somebody $5,000 to do 3 shout outs?
Try 15 and 20, my boy. So everybody got their own world. Everybody's going to have something that works for them that may not work for the next person. Me, on the other hand, from what I do and from the angle I'm able to do things that hasn't always been the best for me, due to the fact that the cannabis is emerged with the hip hop industry, right?
Correct.
These hip hop niggas is something the fuck else. So Hey, yo, I want to get you to, let me use Rocco because I fuck with Rocco. I topped it up with Rocco and I also paid him for my event. Let me tell
Mhm.
you how this worked out. Rocco wanted 20. I was like, bro, how am I supposed to make money back on $20,000?
And it's not even guaranteed. Yeah.
It's not that. I'm going to bring the people out,
Yeah.
but how many people can I really bring out? This is a cannabis event, bro. What am I supposed to
Correct.
go on the radio and say, hey, Rocco performing live at DUI's pop-up Sunday service?
Yeah, he's gonna make it
Bro.
hot.
So when I try to tell them that I really can't promote it, like the price that you want, I get it. That's for a club. That's for a club that can plaster this shit on a billboard,
Or a
radio,
clothing brand or
Instagram.
something.
They can blast this shit everywhere. I have to
Yeah.
let them know I can't do that. I have
Mhm.
to blast this to my community that I have.
Correct.
I'm bringing you to my community. I'm not bringing you to the world like how the club do. So that aspect, once I let
Mm.
them know that aspect, then that's where I try to negotiate. I've made my money back on almost every artist that I brought out, but
Mhm.
I didn't make any money on that event as well. So that was my new angle. I was going to try to make my events as a hey, come enjoy this artist. While you're enjoying this artist, just know we have vendors here as well that's going to give you product to be able to enjoy your favorite artist.
Wow, that's an interesting dynamic because usually when people are doing marketing, they're doing marketing for the purpose of acquiring new customers. But it seems like the way, and you could tell me if I'm wrong, it seems like you're doing marketing, if you're marketing with like a big celebrity, is more so to build hype within your already accumulated fan base.
Yes,
Just
sir.
to make that, like, say if you have 500 people and maybe 400 of them are on the fence of going, it makes sense to maybe pay a celebrity. And then now it's like, oh, people of that 500, maybe 200 more
Right.
now are more inclined to go.
So yes,
So that's
it'll be
what it,
more of
yeah.
a like, hey, hell yeah, we want to go. But also that does get a few new people like, I love
Uh-huh.
Rocco. What Rocco talking about? Let's see
Yeah,
what he
it
talking about.
does. But how
And
do
you're
you,
like, damn, they do
mhm,
all this? Oh, that's the DUI guy? Oh man, I
yeah.
gotta follow that DUI guy, man. He doing
Uh-huh.
stuff like this, bro. I ain't never been here and had the official A5. Bro, my people only get this in Cali. Damn, how y'all get this out
Yeah,
here? Type shit like that.
correct.
So
Okay.
yeah, we be
Okay.
broadcasting to the people that we already got. But like I said, it works sometimes. It don't. Like about
Mhm.
these hip hop niggas, we booked Lil Meech. That was a 20. That was a 20 piece right there. He had a whole celebrity attitude, like, I ain't from walking around here, bro. Shit, I charge 5,000 for a shout out. Bro, I ain't say you have to shout nobody out. Walk around here, get this free weed, and then you can sit down and do whatever the fuck you want to do. Bro, I ain't walking around. What you mean you ain't walking around? Bitch, I just paid you $20,000. What the fuck you mean you ain't walking
Yeah.
around? Come on, man. What's going on here? What are we talking about? Granted, he had other
Mhm.
celebrities pulling up left to right. We had Honcho in there. We had Jacquees in there. We had at least about 6 celebrities that I would have had to pay at least $3, $4, $5,000 for pull up. Cool, fine, dandy. Like I said, it's a nice vibe, it's a nice look. But at the end of the day, I'm just here to make sure my vendors eat. I'm here to make sure my people get what they paid for and what they paid to see, and just
Mhm.
have everything run correctly. Because when I do these events, of course, I have to have a high vendor ticket. So what my vendors want, they just want Lil Meech to be like, oh man, I fuck with
Picture,
DUI, bro.
video.
Free
Yeah.
weed, bro. They're giving you free product. Why you out here being a little bitch? Go up here and get this, man. Get this shit, bro. What you got? Now my vendor's looking at me like, hey, bro, I just paid this $500 vendor fee. Meech ain't even come holler at me.
Yeah. So
Now I
then it
gotta be
looks
like,
kind
bro,
of
you
bad.
thought Meech was gonna come shop with you? Like, stop it. Like, I was just going, he's
Yeah.
gonna come through, take a picture, give him some free product. Like, you thought you gonna sell Meech 20 bows? I'm telling this nigga, you not your daddy. You ain't sold shit. Why are you acting like this? But
Man,
that's just some of the hiccups that you get when it comes to
yeah,
the artist, and that's how a lot of hip hop
celebrities.
artists are. So it's like, man, I'd rather just tend to my community, and whoever rock with me wholeheartedly is just who's rocking with me wholeheartedly, bro.
Yeah. Man, that's some good insight. That kind of segues into the next topic because it seems like if kind of what you're explaining, if you have the more leverage that you have, and I always tell people this, the more leverage that you have, the least that you have to rely on outside sources to assist you to promote yourself, to sell your product, to create more demand for whatever you're doing. So, and I know that you're you're really big on like building your brand, things like that. So can you just kind of touch on the importance of creating leverage within your brand? Because a lot of people, they have brands, but there's no demand for their product. So it's like, there's really no point. You know what I mean? The
Yeah.
whole purpose of creating a brand is to generate some type of community that supports you, that wants your products, because they associate your brand with a certain amount of value that they're going to receive as far as a transaction, if it's money or if they're consuming your content, things like that. So can you kind of touch on, I know you're really big on cannabis branding, so can you touch on that, like just how to build your brand, building leverage, some of those topics?
So what I like to tell niggas is brands build trust. Brands build trust.
Correct.
I tell them the weed is this next century, this new wave of weed we getting into, the weed man is over with. Justin down the street. Oh, hey bro, I can get some butt from? Yeah, Justin down the street. Justin. I'm not shopping with Justin no more, bro. Where is Liddy Treats? Where is the
dude with the butter can? Almost had passed out when you was talking about 150 for a sale. I was like, what?
Yeah, bro.
And he was like, bro, people buying it because
definitely it's a supply and demand type of situation, because these type of strands like these are rare, they're exclusive. You are not going to walk around nowhere in here and get this unless you're at my event, or unless you're tapped in to one of my top vendors at my event. It's that plain and simple. Unless you want to fly to New York or fly to Cali. It's the only way you're getting this. So yes, the price tag is on there, but it's for the experience. Some people don't understand that not only am I giving you quality, I'm giving you an experience, and I'm giving you something rare. Like they say, exotics, that's what this will be. You're not going to go down the street and roll this up and so like, oh, I got that too. No, you're not. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Now, I go get some regular shit. Somebody may have it. Me and him may shop with the same person.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. Somebody may have some backpack boys. Oh, my man down here got some backpack boys. My man got there got some backpack boys. All right, cool. It may be the real backpack boys. It may not. But when you get to the exclusive shit, like see the packaging, this is what my event is for. Not only is it for the connoisseurs and the people who want luxury and the people who want some shit that people can't get their hands on, it's also for everybody. It's for the people who want the best deals. It's for people who want to, hey, I ain't got it. I ain't rich as y'all, but I still want to jug a few little nice little you digs. You can still get that in my event. I have a vendor for every situation. But that's the reason why I feel like my events will be rare. And that's why you have to be a brand. You can't come to me. You know how many people come to me and get mad at me that I tell their ass no. Hey man, can I come vend at your next event? Oh yeah, you got a brand? Yeah, I got a brand, man. What's it called? Shit, man, I ain't got a name for it right now. But I got like 13,000 followers. I'm looking at your page and it's JP and you a rapper. You got 13,000 followers and you got a few little bags that you posted on there. Bro, you're not a brand. You're JP the rapper who sells weed. So that'd be a thing that I'll be having to tell people, like, you got to come with the branding, bro. You got to have a brand. You got to have a logo. You should have a website. You should have a tablecloth. You should have a banner. You should have 1,500 followers, because that lets me know that you put in the legwork.
Are you serious?
I don't care about the people that shop with you, bro. Man, my trap be booming. I don't care about that. How's that helping me? That's not helping me. And you want me to help you. You have to help me. You have to bring some attention to my brand. You have to bring some attention to my event. And then you also have to have that shit. You have to be connected. This weed world's super duper small when you're really connected. It's so many levels to this shit, bro. It's so many levels. But once you pass that one level, everybody know who up here. Everybody already know who up here. No, we don't know these niggas. Once you get past that certain level, everybody know each other. Oh, Johnny. Yeah, I know Johnny. And Johnny knows that. Oh, and Johnny knows Sam. You know that. Oh, I know Quincy. And I know Quincy. I know. And regardless of higher, once you get to a certain level, bro, everybody's doing something for somebody. So that's one thing I try to push them to do, is make sure you have a brand, because this is what it allows you to do. It allows you to be as big as you say you are.
So you got something on paper. So
You
Nah,
got
man.
traction because
Yeah.
you don't know how many
Uh,
people. Hey, D, bro, I love these events, bro. This shit dope as hell. And I was trying to see if I can get a table. How much a table? I can tell they ask $500, and they gonna be ready to pay for it. No tablecloth. They go pay for it, and this was gonna happen. Oh man, what time is set up? 3 o'clock. Oh, we gonna be there at 3:15. Get there at 3:15. I'll be like, yo, where y'all setting up at? Oh, I'm waiting on my homie to bring the table real quick, man. We got everything right here. We just bring the table. It just be too much. They don't be organized. It's like I know this your
it's
first pop up because like
Yeah,
you
but
treat them
it's
like
only in the end. It's only in the cannabis industry. People think it's not a business. It's one of the few industries where
that's
people
another
think
thing that I try to teach
they
too.
could just waltz in and they just think like, oh, this is just like a joke or this is a game. Like we just having fun. But it's like, bro, we're at the end of the day, if you're seriously in this, you're trying to make money.
And
It's
that
like
shows.
anything else that any other business you start.
What you just said shows too. Everybody who's, oh man, it's cool, it's fun, and it doesn't take it like a business. That's how they shit is ran like. That's what they table look like. That's what they
Correct.
profits look like. That's what they packaging look like. People who take it like a business, you go in there and be like, damn, this damn near the dispensaries.
Yeah.
Tell you can when you walk up to the tables, you'll see. See, you only been to my event.
Yeah, but even at your event, it's some people who was official, and I could tell some people it's like I'm asking, you are knowledgeable about what you had got going on and everything like that. But some other people is people they have some ace for 25 and some other ace for 45, and me and my boys are just like, what makes that eighth any different from this eighth, and why are you charging to? Oh yeah, that's gas. You don't have no THC percentages. You don't have no COAs. You don't know if you don't have no valid proof of what makes any of these two strains different, but you're charging two different prices. So that's where it comes from. It's like you gotta, when you run a business, you have to have like a rhyme or reason for everything. You can't just be just freestyling and just doing random stuff, showing up at 3:30 when the event starts at 4. Things like that. That's how I can tell who's taking it serious and who is just kind of out there. You know what I mean?
No, being knowledgeable is most definitely a thing that's going to set you aside from everybody else. Like you just said, they're going to say, oh man, this is just gas. Whole time when you knowledgeable and know about it, you don't even have to know THC percentages. Hey man, this right here is light assist. Hey man, this right here is a depth. And this right here
is it sativa hybrid indica? Oh, hybrid. Well, is it leaning hybrid? I mean, is it leaning indica? Is it leading?
See,
I don't know. It's just gas though. But it's like, bro,
some hustlers don't lean all the way into it like that. But you should at least know at least 3 things about it. Hey man, this is soil grown. This live soil grown. So this right here is a little bit more expensive due to the fact that this is indoor. Hey man, this is a light assist, bro. This is just some good smoke. It ain't the best weed, but it's some good smoke.
Yeah, at least having some knowledge, not just saying, "Oh yeah, this is some gas." It's like, bro, that doesn't give me.
They just used to. People be so excited when they come into my events that you can tell they ask anything because they're like, "Never been to nothing like this." Oh shit!
They just so ready to buy and purchase things. Yeah. No,
I had a vendor there that was his first time, and that's what he was saying. He's like, "Bro, they was just buying this shit, bro." I'm like, "It be like that." I'm like,
but you can't. That's where the comfortability comes into play as a business owner, because then what happens when you get into a situation where it's all the top brands and all the brands know everything about their product, so you still gonna have that same mentality. It's like some of these states, even in the legal market, like New Jersey. I was watching some video and the lady, they was doing a dispensary tour, and the lady was like, yeah, we don't have much competition. We're the only ones in the area. It's so great because like we're the only one in the city. So we get, but she wasn't saying anything that actually differentiates herself from other competition that may come into place other than, oh, we're the only ones in the area. So what happens when a dispensary opens up next door? What's going to happen? A lot of people don't even think. So that's what I said, having that mentality. But that's that lazy, complacent, oh, well, people just going to buy. But it's like at a certain point that the consumer in a different situation or over time, they're going to get more knowledgeable.
Right.
You know what I mean? And if you don't improve that in business, you always need to improve. You always need to optimize. You always need to figure out how you can get better. So if you're just in a mindset like, oh, wherever I go, people are going to buy. Well, yeah, that's in this market in Atlanta. The cannabis industry is not as mature as if you go to California, where the average consumer is more knowledgeable. Right. So it's just like, what happens over time when that, and you're not getting any better as a business. That's kind of like when I notice those tendencies, I'm like, yeah, I'm not too sure like how successful you're going to be in the long run.
Right.
Yeah.
So you got to learn how to adapt.
Adapt.
Yeah. God damn it. That's the whole purpose of my university, is because I'm trying to get motherfuckers out of that lazy ass mindset and to let them know we got gold right now. Let me tell you how to mine this motherfucker, bro. Treat this bitch like a business, and we can run it the fuck up.
Yeah. My last couple topics, man, and this has been amazing, man. I think you gave a new perspective on a way that you can get involved into this industry without being a dispensary, without cultivation, just the common things, without, and even in an event, you're not touching any cannabis. There's large events like MJ BizCon, like Hall of Flowers. These are probably multi-million-dollar companies, and they do not touch cannabis. However, they're in the cannabis industry. So yeah, I want to definitely thank you for, just shedding light on these different business models within the industry. But I know that you're, like how you said, this industry is small. It's like once you get through that door, it's like now you know everybody. But can you talk about the process for people who are brands or who are vendors at your events? How do they get in contact with some of these top black market brands? Because I think we were kind of talking about that online. So I was just kind of interested on that.
That's a good one right there.
Because I feel like it's like an underworld, because it's like me coming from the legal market, how we would order our products for our delivery services is like we'll go through a distro. So the distro would carry all these different brands like Cookies, Stizzy, Wild Gummies, Plus Gummies, and we ordered through them. And it was more accessible, but it's almost like some of these big black market brands. It's like you have to know somebody, and it's not even like you have to message the page. It's like you have to go through someone else. So yeah, can you just educate the viewers a little bit on that for those who may be interested
in straight sauce? Because that's a great question. So I'm gonna give you a few avenues that you can take. One of them is of course you got to find an official vendor. Once you find that official vendor, you have to build a relationship. You can't go there, buy once, buy twice, buy 3 times, buy 4 times, and be like, hey man, can I get a step up? I know you the middleman. I want to know how to get to the main man, though. That's not going to happen. Have to build a relationship. This relationship may take a year. It may take a year and a half. The thing about this shit is it just has to happen. Or you got to have the money. Bam. Let me get your plug. Bam. Let me get you this. Bam. Let me get you that. That's easy.
Brute force.
If you got the money to do so, you can do so.
Brute force your way.
Go be like, yo, come get a stamp. You know who some of these big dogs are. Hit their ass right in their DM. How much? I'm trying to do this, that, and the third. They will work with you. Trust me. They want the money too. But
most people don't have the capital to do that. So
they don't. And then if you do want to fuck with these people, you need to have some homework behind you, which means you need to do some groundwork. All you need to do is keep your eyes on your own paper, stay on your own path, build your brand up so that you can be seen in these places. If you want to start buying some flowers from High Tolerance, maybe I would go to a High Tolerance event, chop it up with some people there.
Talk to people. Don't just stand there in the corner
buy
and
some shit.
Yeah.
Buy something to make them be like, oh, how much he just spent? Spent 1,000. Bet he want to know how to get some pounds. Yeah, get his number. You want to know how to get to anybody in Jokes Up, any of the main brands? You want to know how to get to Doja EK? They do an event somewhere. See where they going.
Face-to-face interaction is the best. Yeah.
They're face-to-face with money. Don't come dap me up with no money. It's that simple. So many people think just because they face-to-face.
Yeah.
I don't know you, nigga.
Correct.
Cool to meet you. Appreciate you fucking with the brand. That's all love. Now, what you talking about? You want what? Talk to my man's over there. He got you, girl. He got you. And you're never going to get to me. You're going to go through him because I'm giving it to him. Come up there and spend some money. What, he just buy a cutie? How much you spend? $1,000?
But I was saying face to face because I know most people not even going face. They just trying to DM people.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why I was saying at least trying to get
the
to
face
the
to face.
location.
Yes.
Yeah, because most people is not even doing
over.
that. Yeah, most people are just trying to, yo, bro, can I get something? It's like, bro, like, no, like, I don't even know. I don't know if you the police or.
That's what I'm saying. And then niggas get mad when you tell them no. Like, what? I don't know you. You don't know me. Just because I told you no, now you want to start hating and talking shit before you get your ass on somewhere. It ain't even that. But yes, the number one way to get to where you want to go, get next to a big dog, find out where they at, spend a nice amount of money
to get their attention.
Holla at them. Don't go spend no 100, 125, 200. These are regular things. I'm just trying to, this is sauce right here. I'm telling you, if you really want to get close to a nigga that's up there, and he still may send you to his mans, but at least you getting it straight from the source. You gonna have to spend some money and holler at them face to face.
No, that's some good game, man.
Because but also, before you get there, don't be on E. Don't they look at your gram? You ain't got no motions, just your personal page, you and your bitch. Unless you got now, it's just you and your bitch, and you come there, you whip out 3, 4 bands, buy a pound at the event. You can do whatever you want to do. I mean, like I said, if you got the money, nigga, go.
Yeah,
I'll never believe that. But like you said, 95% of y'all go have to do it the right way.
Or you could just build your own brand, which takes longer, and then you have your own motion, and then now those people reach out to you. That's going to take a lot longer, but it's better in the long run because anytime you do business with people, you want them asking you to collab with them rather than you asking them or mutually. You know what I mean? Anytime you ask them to do something, they're always going to have the upper hand. So you could do that method, which, that's going to be a lot faster, spend some money. You can build your own brand, and a lot of people don't want to do that. It's going to take a lot longer. It's not guaranteed. That's a lot harder.
Next thing you know, you right on the side of you go to an event, you set up, you right on the side of Fire Society. You right on the side of South. You're like, damn, that's another way to get in. You already in the same place as they are, doing the same thing they doing.
Correct. Kind of get already in the ecosystem. So it's like you're more of like you're a peer, you're on their same level. Yeah. No, those are some great methods, man. Right. Yeah, man. No, this has been amazing, man. What's your plans for the future? How can people support you?
So
as we wrap this up, anything else you want to say? The floor is yours.
Man, I just want to support the local weed man. If you are just a local weed man right now, you really want to turn your city up, turn your trap up, whatever you want to call it, and turn your business into a brand. That's what I'm here for. I'm also here to show you, once we get the money on the brand aspect of it, on how to get the site to go legal. And from there, we also got a whole plethora of other things to learn, from rental car businesses, Airbnb businesses, business credit, regular credit, funding, business funding. When y'all take me into my world, trust me, you'll be like, what the fuck? Oh yeah, for a fact. So that's all I'm here for, man, is to share my brain with everybody, bro.
And then where can they find you at? How can they support you? Everything like that.
Just like the name right under, you can follow me at DUI, the Cannabis Guy, on
I'll put it in the description. Yeah,
I appreciate you. Follow me at DUI, the Cannabis Guy, on all platforms. You can also follow the brand DUI_ATL on Instagram. And appreciate my man right here. He was giving me some knowledge, dropping some gems on staying consistent. So I'm definitely on this media tip, bro. I'm definitely staying focused on it.
You got it. You got it in you, man. I appreciate you too, man. So if this video provided you with any type of value, please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're new. And until next time, peace. We out.